This week on the Computer Chronicles, putting your business online. We'll show you an online consulting service that will help you get going and some web design software that anybody can figure out how to use. Plus a look at one small business that went from 0 to 40% of its sales online. We'll show you the website garage where you can service your business website, and we'll take you to the world's largest video store, a website called Real.com. Also a look at Web Speed, software to help you manage your online business, plus my pick of the week, an incredible new cellular modem. It's all coming up next on the Computer Chronicles.
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by SoftSource Incorporated, publishers of Pro One software, educational software for young adults.
And by Z Auction, the live online shopping experience.
Additional funding from PC Connection and Mac Connection, the catalog and online superstore with PC and Mac products, toll-free technical support and overnight delivery. And by Windows Magazine, delivering desktop, enterprise and internet computing news, reviews, features and how-tos for a Windows world, because the world runs on Windows.
Hi and welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stewart Cheifet. Well, you've all seen those cute IBM ads on TV where some guy gets the idea to put his business online. Well, it seems like an obvious decision these days, but how do you do it? What do you do next? How do you actually set up a business in cyberspace, create the website? How do you attract customers, and how to manage the site and handle online transactions? That's what we'll be looking at today, and we'll start with someone who is considered an expert in this area, Rhonda Abrams. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi.
Now, your own business is up on the web, so why don't you tell us why did you do it?
Okay. My business on the web, I write a nationally syndicated column on small business and books. So I want a relationship with my readers.
So this is a relational, not database, but website.
This is a relational website,
okay.
So to maintain a relation
with
people,
existing customers.
With existing customers or readers in my case.
So what's up on your site?
They can join my email mailing list. They can get free copies of information that I have. They can send suggestions to me of things that I might write about or find out where I might be appearing.
Hold on to that relationship, etc. What's the other kind?
Well, I think the kind of website that most people would want is an informational website where you're going to give information to people who find out about you through some other source.
So they know about you, but they want to find out about your work or what you do or what you sell?
And this is the website of Jennifer Long, a graphic designer in San Francisco. It's longdesign.com, and she has her portfolio on the website.
Okay, so she's not selling anything here, but if I want to know what her work looks like, I can go to the website.
Right, and she's also probably not trying to find people who wouldn't otherwise hear about her. But when I was looking for a graphic designer, I found her through looking at about 10 names that I was given by other sources.
So these are logos she did, and I can say, hey, I like this style, or I don't.
And I can click through and see it, a whole lot more of what she's done by clicking on any one of these.
Okay, relational, informational, what's the next one?
The third one is what I would call promotional.
It's time to take notes, A, B, C.
And this is where you're looking for new customers. You're actually prospecting. And I would say, importantly, and this is mountainboard.com, a dirt board.
They sell dirt boards.
They sell dirt boards, and it's a niche market. And that's really the only kinds of companies that do well in trying to find new customers.
Because if you're into it, you're going to look for that particular stuff and know where to go.
And you'll sift through 100 websites to find what you want, because you're that motivated.
All right, so third is promotional. What about selling stuff and making money online?
Right, and that's what I'd call a transactional site. And here's M Gallery. Now, M Gallery sells posters and fine arts online, and you can order exactly what you want.
So sort of the Amazon.com of posters.
Exactly.
So I can just go in here and look at the typical posters and say, buy it.
Get scientific, let's say you're into science fiction. You can find out what kind of posters they have, and you can go in and buy it and from them directly, and they have a secure service.
Okay.
So those are the 4 kinds.
All right, got it. Now let's go to the next thing. I say, okay, good idea, you convinced me, I want one of those. First thing is I have to find an ISP. How do you begin that process?
Well, you need to start talking to people and getting names of people from people.
Recommendations?
And if you go to a website, someplace you like, you can ask them.
Well, what should you look for when you check one out?
Well, you want to make sure, first of all, do they do the things that you want to do? If you want to have a chat room, can they support it?
Okay.
And you also want to see, are they reliable? And one good way to go is to go many different times of day
to their website.
To their website to see how fast it loads.
Yeah.
And also to find out what kind of service they provide.
That's the one you use?
This is the one I use, and you can see the prices are very reasonable. It can be from $30 to $100 a month.
Real quick, finally, what about the whole domain name problem? How do I get my domain name?
Very important. You want to go to internic.net and under registration services find who is. And here you can type in the domain name you're looking for.
And it'll tell you whether it's taken or whether it's available.
And it's free. So you just want to make sure that you're absolutely accurate. If you put that www in, you'll get a no response.
Thank you, Rhonda. Well, so you've made the big decision to go onto the web. What happens then? Well, if you're lucky, you make some money. That is exactly what happened when a little company called Portaboat decided to move into cyberspace.
Skimming over the water in a fast little boat can be thrilling and relaxing. But as every sailor knows, the fun of owning a boat comes with a few strings attached. You need a place to store the vessel and a means to carry it or tow it to the water. Or do you? Portaboat of Mountain View, California may have created the most carefree kind of watercraft. Their sturdy, lightweight boat folds up to the size of a surfboard. In 1996, Portaboat decided to expand its boat business by creating a website with a few simple goals in mind.
Let it load as fast as possible. When a person gets to our page, the top frame loads almost immediately. We did this by using small pictures. We did this, and we had kind of a folksy thing. We do have technical information, but we let the person know ahead of time that this is technical, and if you want to skip down, go ahead. And we find that people do.
Portaboat's site is pared down to the essentials: a few welcoming phrases, some photos, contact numbers, and an email response form. The company is reluctant to sell directly online, but not because of security fears.
We have a concept product, and it's a type of product that most people have to see, feel, hear, and touch. So we want them to go to a dealer. We don't ask them to purchase online, because number one, we do have dealers and distributors, and it would just mess things up for us. But what we do want is their name and a way to contact them physically, and then we forward this on to our distributors wherever they are.
While Portaboat's website is short, the links are long to search engines and other sites featuring outdoor recreation. The company's homepage gets about 6,000 hits per day, not including visits to their dealers' websites. In some months, Portaboat's online business has reached 30% of overall sales.
I mean, we're not a big company. We're not General Motors. We don't have billions of dollars to spend on advertising around the world. Well, now we're advertising around the world for almost no cost at all.
For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Sarah O'Brien.
So what about the basics? The first thing you have to do is design your website. You can hire somebody to do that, or you can do it yourself, thanks to several very good web design software products. One of the most popular is this one, Claris Homepage, and this is your baby, Chris. Let's talk about that. If I bought Homepage, I want to go now design my website. Where do I begin?
Well, the easiest place to begin is with one of our templates. We include 45 templates for getting a business or a person on the web.
So a template is what? The entire website laid out with just blanks for me to fill in?
Exactly. So we could create a catalog or an intranet or give our business a look and feel.
All right, so let's say I pick business presence and I want to create a website in that category. So I have to go pull up that template?
Now what Homepage will do is it'll create the entire site, every page.
Okay.
So we'll open the home page here, and all we'll need to do is fill in the blanks.
So all the layout's been done now, the place to put the graphics. I'm just typing text at this point.
Exactly. And then the Homepage will take care of putting your site up on the internet for you.
So I'll just click through the different pages of the website, fill in it, and say, put it up there.
There you go.
All right, suppose I don't want to get stuck just with one of your templates, but I want to be a little more creative and have more control. What would I do?
Well, what you can do is you can use an assistant. This will walk you through the creation of a
There's
site.
sort of a wizard that just asks me questions and gives me choices?
Exactly. What pages do I want to put in? How do I want to navigate from one page to the other?
Okay, what else?
And even how I would like that page to look.
What would the next, and what would be next after that? Just gonna, I see.
Add in your name. Do you want to allow people to link in email? And then at the end you can review and put that site wherever you'd like.
So I answer all the questions and then InTheNet creates sort of my template based on the choices I gave it.
Correct.
All right, next question. If I'm running a website in which I really want to sell products, one of the cool things is the ability to link to my database of products, my inventory, and with Claris, I take it, I'm going to jump to FileMaker quite easily because that's also your product.
FileMaker Pro, indeed. What we can do here is use Claris Homepage's FileMaker Connection Assistant to walk through the creation of a site that accesses a database. In this case, a products database. So what Homepage and FileMaker will do in conjunction is put up all of the different, in this case, products, and allow my customers to search through and return a list of the different items.
So let's say I'm already using FileMaker as a database for my products. I can now let the customer that goes to the website actually access and look through my database also.
Correct.
Does it have to be FileMaker, or would it connect to another database?
Claris Homepage works with FileMaker Pro.
All right, so after we're done all this here, show me an example of what a finished website created on Homepage would look like.
Okay, this website, The Knitting Factory, it's a jazz club and record album in New York City.
It's a real website.
And what we can do is look through all their jazz albums.
And that's your FileMaker link right there going into the record database.
We're looking into FileMaker, and it's serving up a list of all the albums. If I choose one, then it'll give me details, who's on the album, what the tracks are, even a picture, as you see, of the album cover itself.
All right, so a normal person, not being a genius, not knowing HTML or any of this stuff, can take this and design their web page.
That's the idea.
All right, what does it cost?
$99 and $49 for upgrades.
Not too bad. Thank you very much, Chris. All right, well, putting up a website is just the beginning. Then the real work starts, promoting your website, maintaining it, and servicing it. How do you do that? Well, one solution is a visit to something called the Website Garage, and that's what you run, right?
That's right. I'm the head mechanic of the Website Garage.
And you're dressed like it. You got the greasy rag and the whole bit.
Absolutely. I've got my handy wrench with me as well.
All right. What is the Website Garage? I've put up my website now, and I go to you to service it. What does that mean?
What the Website Garage is a set of tools that helps you manage your website after you have created and deployed it. So in other words, it has all the utilities you need after you've created your website, and now you need to manage it, to promote it, and to maintain it.
So I built my car, I take it to the garage, and I say, check it out for me.
That's right.
All right, so I see you have tune-up, for example. What happens if I ask for a tune-up of my website?
What happens is that it runs a series of diagnostics on your site. It tells you how fast your site comes up, measures your load time.
Can you actually show it to us?
Sure. Let's go ahead and get into that. What we're going to do is take a popular site, www.amazon.com, the online bookstore.
Pretty courageous there. You're going to see if one of the most popular sites is good.
Go with the big guys here.
All right. So what's it doing?
What it's doing right now is it's going out and actually spidering the home page of Amazon.com in real time and then running a lot of metrics on it. When it comes back here, the first thing you find out is whether the mechanic likes you or not, because if your results are good, the mechanic smiles.
All right, so solid just needs some fine-tuning.
That's right.
So what does that mean?
Now, as you go down, what you see is that there's a combined rating of good, which means the site, the site is doing quite good overall. And you have 5 metrics here.
The weak link is load time, obviously. It only got a fair for that, but it got pretty good grades everywhere
That's right.
else.
So you can find out how many people are linking to you, check your spelling and your HTML design.
Now, is there some sort of analysis at the end of this as to what this all means? I mean, what do I do with this information?
Yes, that's right. Let's take a look at one of the detailed reports. If you take a look at load time, which it's bringing up the detailed report for now, what it's going to do here, as you see, is it'll give you your diagnostic here, which is only fair, and it'll tell you how fast your site comes up using 5 common speeds.
So if somebody using a 28A was going to take 27 seconds for that page to come up.
That's right. That's quite an issue. So what we've done down here is to break up every object on the site and given you a tool we call GIF-Lube, which is absolutely free, that actually reduces image
it's suggesting one of the problems is I've got these huge GIF images up there, and that's taking a lot of time, and I should make them smaller.
That's right. Now, the value here, in addition to providing you this data, allowing you to reduce the images, is that down here, we actually tell you what this means. In other words, we give you definitions and benchmarks about load time, and then we actually give you recommendations. We give you tips and also products and utilities you can use to fix your load time.
So what do I do about that problem? It turns out those GIF files are too big and they're taking up too much time, and I want to reduce them. Do I do that on your website also?
That's right. In addition to having our tune-up, which is our diagnostic section, we have something called Turbocharge, which is our self-service section. Now, GIF-Lube is a utility inside Turbocharge that's absolutely free.
So I can go on your website, use that, and reduce the images?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, now besides that, you have a bunch of other tools that are available. Would you show us what some of those are?
That's right. Down here, we have something called the service summary, and what that does is that it gives you a summary of every product.
So this is the whole shopping list of tools available to fix the problems TuneUp has pointed out.
Exactly. If you go down here, what you're going to find is...
Stop there a second. I see the register. Now, that's a key issue, right? I mean, this helps me, what, get my website registered in all the search engines?
That's right. Now, after you create your website and you deploy it, one of the first things you want to do is to register it with the search engines and directories. What we do here is to provide you a free service that registers with 16 sites at no cost. And then we also provide you a commercial service that registers with 100 sites for $39.
All right, so you've got a whole bunch of tools. And this is like Gone to the Garage, and the guy gives you the free checkup, and he says, okay, you need brakes, and it's going to cost you so much. Which, version do you want here?
Exactly.
Now, do these things happen on your website, or are these actually pieces of software you're selling me?
Every single tool that you see on here runs completely on the web. We don't have a model where you either have to download or install or maintain or upgrade. We do all the maintenance and upgrades for you. All you have to do is come out here, tune up your website, and pick one of the solutions to fix it.
Great idea. It's called websitegarage.com.
That's right.
Thank you. All right, well, you're familiar with Amazon.com, the world's biggest bookstore, which is not really a physical bookstore at all, but a website. Well, the world's biggest video store is also an online business, and it's called Real.com.
Walk into Real.com's real-life store in Berkeley, California, and you can browse through shelves of common and not-so-common film titles. In the center of the shop, there are computer terminals where you can do the same and more browsing the company's website. With 35,000 titles for rent, Real.com claims to be the world's largest video store, and the online version is the basis of the business.
Because when we have physical stores, a customer can take up a parking space and they're talking to one of your employees, and that can get really expensive. And so it's hard to give each customer that kind of attention and spend sometimes hours with a customer to tell them all the movies they want to know about and stuff like that. But once we set things up on the internet, it's almost free, meaning whether one customer a day uses our website or 1 million customers a day use our website, the cost difference to us isn't very much.
Real calls its specialty movie matching, or matching viewers with films. The company's web-centric style of business sets it apart from the video chain store. But according to Real.com, chains are not their competition.
If you can rent it at a Blockbuster kind of a local store, or if you can buy it at a Kmart, you don't need us. And so we're not in the business of supplying those kind of movies to people. We're in the business of supplying movies to people that have special needs.
A handful of customers looking for unusual films may not seem like a recipe for success, but the internet adds a new ingredient to the mix.
The beauty of the net is we can have one customer in Des Moines, Iowa that wants that one tape, and we can have 4 in Minneapolis, and we can have 5 in New York City, and that's not enough for any local video store to actually stock the movie. But because the web reaches out cheaply all over the world, we can reach these niche markets, and that's our business.
Real.com has a staff of editors and reviewers who write capsule reviews for the cassette cases and rate films according to content and qualities. Then, when a customer shows interest in a particular title, he or she can retrieve films with similar themes or styles. Real.com opened its internet store first. The Real store came much later, and the company expects even a greater shift to the net.
And of course, in the movie business, eventually it's all going to be electronic, so we're actually in a business that's going to be, at some point, all on something called the web, and so we needed to start off from that place.
For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Sarah O'Brien.
Well, it's very nice to have designed your website, get it up and running, attract customers, but what about running the business now? Inventory management, electronic payment transactions, product pricing and promotion, etc. For that, you need another kind of software, and we're going to show you one solution called WebSpeed, and that's what you decided to do on your website, Will. You run the ProShop.com, which is a golf store online. Why don't you first of all show us your website a bit, and then tell us how you solved some of these problems with WebSpeed.
Okay. Well, this is our website here. We're going to browse by name brand into Callaway Golf.
So you're a web-only store.
Right, web-only store. We split up the products into different
categories,
different categories,
product brands.
Yeah. And here we have a 3-through pitching wedge. So here's the actual product. And a description of the product, a price.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to add that product to our shopping cart.
So I decide to buy those.
You can apply changes if you have any edits to the quantities. Begin the order process. Now, this screen, we can select economy 2-day. This is shipping.
And where are you getting the shipping information from?
All the shipping information comes out of our FedEx tracking.
Okay, so you're plugged into that system.
Right. So we say Florida. Now we're going to calculate the order. Now here actually it's calculated the shipping and the sales tax based on the weight of the product.
Okay.
Now we're going to order online, and here you type in your personal information, and then you go ahead and place the order.
All right, now all this stuff you're showing us here, I take it you were linked to a database of products there.
Yes, we are.
Right. Now, when you first started your website, you said, no, you just sort of typed it all up on your website, right?
That's right.
And that became a nightmare, I would assume.
It did. We had about 300 pages, and we were trying to manage all the changes.
Spend your whole time changing the web pages.
Exactly.
Now, this is now linked to a database, which is whose database?
It rides on the Progress database.
Okay, but can you use WebSpeed to link to any other database?
You can. It works with Oracle, Sybase, or any
All right, so now you're doing sort of what we looked at before, but only more in depth, really, is a full link into the lots of variables that you have in your product database. Correct. How about the transaction part, the collecting money part? Is that something you set up in WebSpeed?
Yeah, we actually tied WebSpeed right into CyberCash.
Huh, okay.
So we have online credit card verification.
All right, now what about maintenance of your site? Now that you have the system, you say, hey, this isn't selling too much, I want to change the language, see if it sells faster. How do you do that?
We can go right into that. We have a data maintenance tool set, okay, which is accessible from any standard web browser. Okay, we go in with the proper passwords. Here we are. And we'll edit that product that we were just looking at. So we can go right into the irons and wedges and the Callaway. That.
All right, you're just going to do real-time maintenance now on a particular page in your website.
Exactly.
And say, let's just jazz it up a little bit, see if we can sell some more of those things.
Exactly. So here's a long description of the product that we were just looking at. So we just type in here, and they are Stewart's.
Oh, that'll definitely sell more clubs.
Clubs.
Absolutely. All right.
Okay, so now that we've edited the product description, we just save those changes. And now we can view those changes. And here it is, and it says,
boom.
And there's Stewart's.
And you could have done that, you say, from anywhere, just logging onto your website, getting into the maintenance section and doing these. You didn't have to be sitting at your server.
Exactly, I just did it.
Wow. Now, can you do this stuff yourself, or do you need some really high-level programmer to do these kinds of things?
We do all of the maintenance ourselves. Now, we have a programmer on staff that does all of our WebSpeed programming.
And how well is this sort of business working out for you? I mean, is it successful?
Yeah, it's been phenomenal. We've been online for about 2 years.
But you really need something like a tool like a WebSpeed to have all the business elements and the ability to do the maintenance and the financial part of it?
Exactly. Before WebSpeed, it was a nightmare. With WebSpeed, it all made sense.
It sounds like you're good at the commercial for them. All right, thanks you very much, Will. All right, that's our look at putting your business online. Next up, a special preview look at Windows 98. Then I'll be back with my pick of the week. One of the great things about Windows 98 is something called a universal command line or universal address box. Let me show it to you. By right-clicking on the toolbar and selecting the toolbar, then address item in the menu, I get this thing that looks like a browser address bar. Let me show you how to make it really useful. I'll drag it up to the very top of the screen, just drag and drop, and then right-click on address. Select Always on Top. And you can launch anything from here. For example, let me show you how to launch My Computer. It's that simple. I'll also launch the Windows folder. You can, of course, launch any folder at all. Best of all, you can go straight to the Internet and maximize your browser window here. Now, you'll notice that it doesn't cover the address bar. That's because I selected Always on Top. And that's a neat trick for Windows 98. It's also useful for Internet Explorer 4.0, so you can use this right now. Back to you, Stewart. Now for my pick of the week. I love going online, but I hate having to always find a hard-wired phone somewhere, a wall jack and a phone cable. I love being mobile, but I hate lugging around the laptop and the cell phone and the PDA. Well, there have been some mobile wireless solutions up until now that are pretty good, but I have just come across the coolest and smallest solution to this problem I have seen yet, and this is it. What is this? It's a PC card that is a cellular telephone and a cellular fax modem. It's called the Complete PC Card from GlobeWave, and it is the ultimate solution to wireless mobility. All I do is slip this little card into the PC slot in my laptop. I straighten up the antenna, and I'm ready to log on to the net, check my email, or make a phone call, no matter where I am. If I plug in this little earpiece over here into that plug, I now have two-way voice communications. Don't ask me how this works, but this earpiece also picks up my voice and delivers the sound very clearly to the party at the other end of the phone call. To make a voice call or connect to the internet or your email, just pull up the dialer interface. You can see that we have a signal and that right now I'm roaming. Click on Dial and the dialer opens up. I just punch in the number directly here, or I can enter the number in my usual internet login screen. And since this really is a cellular telephone, someone can actually call me while I'm working on my laptop, no matter where I am. This is such a tidy and elegant solution, nothing extra to carry around. You just keep it in the PC slot in your portable computer. It sells for around $300. The exact price will depend on the type of cellular service that you sign up for. It's called the Complete PC Card from GlobeWave. I love it. All right, that's it for this edition of the Chronicles. We'll have more of the same next week. If you'd like more information on anything you saw on today's show, please check out our website at cmptv.com. That's it for this week. I'm Stewart Cheifet. Hope we'll see you here next time.
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by SoftSource Incorporated, publishers of Pro One software, educational software for young adults.
And by Z Auction, the live online shopping experience.
Additional funding from PC Connection and Mac Connection, the catalog and online superstore with PC and Mac products, toll-free technical support and overnight delivery. And by Windows Magazine, delivering desktop, enterprise and internet computing news, reviews, features and how-tos for a Windows world, because the world runs on Windows.
To purchase a videotaped copy of today's program, call toll-free 1-888-310-7850. Please specify show number and topic.
Next week on the Computer Chronicles, online games. We'll show you how to find the latest and coolest games in cyberspace. We'll give you a tour of Microsoft's Internet Gaming Zone and a visit to the PGL, where gamers now go when they turn pro. Plus a look at the first action game designed specifically for the Internet. And a great new web game in which the action counts, since it's real people against real people. Also a visit to a gaming tournament to play Magic the Gathering. Plus my pick of the week, a new way to interact with your computer. It's all coming up next week on the Computer